Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Shapez 2. So in this episode we're going to look at the blueprints a bit, we're going to expand, we're going to continue to milestone 3. There's a fair bit to do, so let's get stuck in. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything that I've built. And we'll start off on a clean slate. Alright, there we go. That is pretty much done. So, next milestone to attack is this one, which we need squares and circles for. And this is the point that I'd like to do. Oh wait, hang on, let's just check. At this point, I'm going to unlock the cutter. I need a couple more to unlock the swapper, but that's fine for now. These ones are pretty straightforward, so we'll get those factories sorted out as well. But I want to get the milestone sorted out first. So, we have circles over here. I'm going to bring a belt out. Now that I've unlocked that little cutter, we can use this cutter just like this. So we're not losing half. Like with the previous one, we would put this in and it would cut and basically delete half of our shape. With this cutter, so by clicking on cutter, there's the options arrive up here. Now this cutter, we are basically just cutting them, and you would need 4 of them to max out a full line. So, and the upgrades on the cutter over here apply to the upgrades that you've done over here under cutter. So it's not like because this is a new type of cutter, we don't need to upgrade this. We've already upgraded cutter, so that works. So we're going to grab the new cutter and we're going to put 4 of them in, and these work slightly differently, so we can't just daisy chain them onto each other like we did before. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now there may be a better way to do this, but I don't know that way yet. Alright, so if you want to copy something that you've already put down and you don't want to have to go down here, you can just hover over it and press C and you're able to do that. Now I'm playing around here just to see what I can do. I needed to rotate first. That's right. Alright, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to get this one done, but I think I need to sort out these squares first. So let's go to see where we've got some squares. We've got squares here. This is a very basic setup. So we are going to have 6 of these, and then we are going to have another 6. I think I will put them like that. I don't know, this may not be right, but these ones will go straight in. These ones I'm going to bring out to here. I'm going to step them up and bring them across. Then go back down, bring these belts across to here, and bring this belt in. I've set it up a little bit incorrectly, and then I can bring those down, and that should stack 3 squares on top of each other. Might have been able to do it better, but hey, you know, it works. So back down, bring those, pop that in there, and there we go. That is now being addressed. Alright, it's telling me to prioritize the milestones first, but in order to prioritize the milestones, I might need to do other stuff first. Yes, I understand. Alright, so what I'll do here is I'm going to just take these out and split them. So we'll do a belt, and then we'll do our cutter, and then we're going to have to put a rotator on every second one times 2, so that they all align in the correct way. Bring this across. That should be fine, I think. And then these will all be the same. So I can bring that up, that, and that should still give me a full belt. There we go. Okay, so full belt, squares at the top. Now I need to get some circles. And I think just because I'm here, I'm going to add this new line, bring this down and through, and I'll bring this right across, and we're going to bring this to somewhere down here. We'll do all the cutting and splitting and everything now. I think for this one, I'm just going to do the basic cutter. Cut, rotate, cut, and those are at the top, which means I need to rotate this. Oh, actually, I made a heck of a mistake. I should have rotated these the other way. All right, it doesn't matter. We'll just do rotate and rotate. We'll put these through and this through. And that's putting it at the bottom. That's at the top. The shape will be right. So I can bring this up. I can bring this down and go up from there. Bring that across. Get my stacker and connect up to there. And we'll bring this belt out and to there and plug it in here. So that should sort out that shape. There you go. Perfect. So that one is now being addressed. That one's already done, which is great because that means that I can come into upgrades and unlock the swapper, which will be very handy soon. I think I'm trying to be too complex with this setup. I'm going to simplify it. Okay, well, let's try this because this may actually work. It might be a little tricky with the overlapping belts, and there's probably a better way to set these up. But if we rotate each of them, put normal cutters on them, and then I'm going to have to merge belts. So I'll take a ground level belt out to there, bring it up, and connect these ones into here. Oops, not that one. That into there. And then I'll have a raised belt, which I can raise over there and go that way and then go out this way, where I connect each of these up just like that. Oh, I messed something up over here. Put that in there. Okay, so that's those four going into there. Now, what have I messed up over here? Ah, I think I should have put another rotation on something over here. I think on the lower belts. Yes. So that I will do. There, 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 and there. I'm gonna have to clear the belt. It's not a big deal. So we can bring this belt in underneath. Grab a stacker. Put the stackers in there. 6 of them. And that sorts out half of our issue. Right. Now we're going to need some squares. But I'm going to need to copy and paste this. So what I'll do is Shift, right click, Control C. Now, you can actually mirror. So you can flip with F. I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to flip. And I'm going to sneak this right in over here. And that should give us something good that we are going to need to rotate one more time. So I will grab the rotating jobs and go in there. Well, one more rotation. Yes, one more rotation works perfectly. And I can bring this down to there. Bring that across, and I can bring this belt up. Can go this way. The other belt from there can come in underneath. Go that way. Get our stacker in. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a problem. What's happened? Oh, it's all the old stuff that was on the belt. All right, well, that'll clear out. I need to extend my belts just a little bit more. And then belt this. That is our finished product. So I'll grab the belt, bring it across, and just drop it straight in there. All right, so that's a milestone. Okay, you'll see there's some messed up ones at the beginning because of stuff that I left on the belt. But it should all balance out and we'll get the right stuff. And there we go. Okay, so we've completed another task. Can unlock that. Okay, now this one wants 4 squares on top of each other. And I went and used the side. Oh well. That means I need more squares and they're going to have to come from the other side. All right. Well, so be it. Bring that down through here. Up with E, across, down with Q. And then I'm going to bring it... to there. And then this belt I'm going to break over there. Bring this over there, upper level, go across, go back down, rotate our stacker. That will give us 4. So we can bring this belt across and boom. So now we're doing this one over here and this one is being done. Good. Now we need to do this, which is, it should be very easy. It's basically just a matter of cutting. So let's see, if we use this cutter, no, we'll just use the normal cutter. I'll rotate it like that. I'm going to need to rotate these lines first. So I can put those in there. Cutters. Nope, I'm going to need to rotate again. Okay, we haven't unlocked the means to rotate in the other direction. Nope, one more rotation. I need to unlock that counterclockwise rotation. And that will give us what we want. And then we can bring this across and drop it in there. Break this line. And that'll get that working. Yeah, just here they're talking about the shape previews. Cool. We can see what shape is going to come out before we put a machine down. And that's being addressed. So good, we're working on everything that we need to. Under milestones, the next item in milestone 3 will be basically just a square underneath the shape that we're already building, which is easy enough. And then we're going to have to bring this one in as well. If we get finished with our pin task, we actually have squares coming in over here. We can just, yeah, very, very easily fix that. Okay, now I do have a blueprint for opposite corners and we need circles. So what I can do here, I mean, this is not efficient by any means. Let me see how this is going to pan out. I think I'm going to need 4 of them and we'll just tie those all in. And that's going to give us our opposite corners. Basically, this is it's a cutter, rotators, and then another cutter. And then it just puts it all in place. And now we have these, which we can easily go like this and just, we'll tuck it in a little bit more neatly and throw those in. So now that one's being addressed. Okay, we finished this task. Now we're going to have to put a circle on top of that shape that we were making. We've also finished that, which is great because that means that we can go over here. We can disconnect this because we don't need it anymore. And then we'll bring this one up to there. And we'll take it up a level over this way. Break this line. And extend this belt through to, I think, there. Yes. You see what I mean? I have them the wrong way around and I wasn't concentrating. All right. So the squares actually need to be at the bottom and then this one can go up at the top and that will give us the shape that we're looking for. There's our shape preview and I can just bring a belt and pop that in right there. So that is now being addressed. That's being addressed. Now we have to put a circle on top of our little shape over here. So we'll just cut this belt. I have a circle available over here, so I'll bring a belt down this way. Bring this through and the circle needs to be on top, so I'll raise it up. I think I might have to put one more down at the bottom. That's fine. And then the stackers in there, belt that into there. And that should give us this pin task. And while things are happening, oh, well, there we go. One of the milestone shapes done. That's that one. So it looks to me like the next one is basically just that shape on top of this shape, which I think should be pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to do some tidying up over here because I don't need this lot anymore. Oh, or do I? Okay, so Control Z to undo silly things that you may do. The game is very forgiving. All right, so because I actually do need I did need these to come in. And I'm kind of painting myself into a corner. You just got to be very careful doing things too close to these that you may block. Let's see what the next tasks are. Oh, that looks pretty straightforward. Not too difficult. I think we could pin this one and maybe get to work on that. Yeah, as you can see in the milestones, sometimes it's a little difficult to see what's going on. So what they have given is the ability to do this. So you can, by holding your middle mouse button, I'm just rotating the middle mouse button around, and yeah, very cool. And you can even get a shape code. Now, if I can, I'm going to have my blueprints up on my Discord. So if you want to join and come and grab a couple of blueprints, you're welcome to. Pin task, unlock that. Okay, now this is pretty easy from here, because all I need to do is cut the half circle off. So let's break the belt. We're going to bring this one up, and we're going to see what we need to achieve that. So if I put a cutter in, it would give me exactly what I need. Full belt, we need 3 cutters. Oh, well, that was straightforward. Obviously had the things rotated correctly, so just very easy. Yeah, I'll create more space for myself, and then I'll carry on with this. For now, we're kind of blocked up with everything that's going on with the milestone, because we are going to need these. And we're going to need to merge them with these, so I'm going to have to bring them both around this side. I think I could probably start, because I'm not in any need of this right now. Grab this belt, bring it around this way, and I think this one I'll just reverse that belt. Bring this to here, go up, put that belt over the top, get my stackers in. Whoops, that's the way. And then I should be able to just feed these in once we get there. Okay, so what have I finished now? Ah, okay. So this is done. So I can remove all of this. I'm going to take that out, change the direction of the belt into that direction. And do I have these the correct way around? I do not. Very smart. I do have these rotated correctly. No, I don't. These need to be turned. Ah, so that could have caused a little bit of a problem. These need to turn twice. And put those in there and bring that around. And these are the ones that go on top. So right there, I'm going up. And then back down for these. And if everything is right, that should be correct. Nope, they are not correct. Oh boy. Hang on. Is that going to be correct now? Yeah, that does look right. Ish. Yes. Alright, well, we'll flush the bad ones out of the system eventually, and then we'll get this this final thing on the milestone sorted out, which is great. Okay, so for this one we need circles and squares. I could add more squares over here. I think I might as well do. Bring a belt out. Okay, so there we have our squares. We have circles over here. Circles we're going to need to do some funky stuff with. And I don't have anything worked out exactly for it yet. Maybe another belt of circles coming out would be the right thing to do here. Okay, so I'm going to need to cut it in half and then get a line cut in quarters. Let's just see what the progression is on that. It's just the circles, oh, just more circles on top of them. So once I've got the basic shape sorted out, then I should be fine. So that means basically that I'm going to need to cut. And then I'm going to need to rotate and, oops, and cut again. So that's going to give me that half. Then this one I'm going to need to cut. Actually, this is not going to be right. I'm going to rather bring this one down. Ah, no, I'm not. Not yet. Because it needs to rotate a couple of times. Now that's something I want to unlock actually. Let's see if we can unlock it. The 180 rotator. Yep. Cool. All right. Then we have the 180 rotator. That is what I'm looking for. This belt can go up this way. And we can actually go raise it over here. Go back down, bring this across to there. Let's expand that one out, and then those are going to create that. Perfect. Now, this 1/4 thing, I could actually save as a blueprint. So let's do that. Shift, left click. I'm going to save that as 1/4. And I don't know. Oh, yes, I can. So I'll put that one there and that one there. And we'll just remove that one. Now, I can use this on the square side. Throw that in. Grab this line. Bring it out this way. I'm going to bring it through to here. This one I'm going to bring through. Oh, I'm going to need to do some rotating. Okay, so I'm going to just break this line over here. This one is going to need to go up over there. And then we are going to have to rotate this. Oops, lower level. How many times am I going to need to rotate it? 1 plus 180. And that works. So I can bring this line up into there. Delete those. And bring in a stacker. This is a mess right now, but we'll clean it up. We finished the task. Cool, that's unlocked. Might as well queue this one up. Okay, I'm going to bring this down this way, raise it up over here, drop it down, and plug it in. Right, so that will sort this one out. Now, this 3/4 setup, I need to actually make it a lot better. It's pretty tight, but not quite tight enough, because I could actually use that blueprint. So maybe what I'll do is copy this. Yeah, I'll copy it up to... Oh, man. I really messed up. Yeah, I didn't put this far enough across, so I've actually lost one of these stackers. I'm not going to give this a blueprint name yet. Let's see, where do I have squares? I've got squares over here, so I can rotate that and then flip it and plug those straight into that. And with a little bit of extra work over here, 2 more of those. Those in, last 2 up top. And there we are getting those. Okay, so do I have a spot? Not really. I'll just bring this across to here and pop it in there. So now that's that one being addressed. And it was pretty simple. So now that I've got some space open over here, I could just grab this up to there, save it. I don't suppose there's a 3/4 in here somewhere, is there? So we'll do that and that and that and that, and we'll just call it 3/4. So that's all happening and it works. Okay, well, it's getting pretty busy up here, but then in my defense, I'm just trying to get through tasks and milestones until I get the operator thing, and then we can go crazy. Right, this task is done. So now we just have to basically put a circle on top of it. I'm a little short of circles right now, so I'll bring some more out over here. Yeah, we're going to need to break stuff down, but we'll get there. Right now, I need to bring these over. So let's remove that because we are finished with this now. I'm going to go up. I'm going to immediately bring it down. Put it over there. Then this bunch of circles I'm going to bring over this way. And these circles need to go on top. I'll put it over here. And then from here, go up, back down. I think it was maybe 1 or 2 more. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should give us exactly what we need. Yep. Okay, so that's one sorted out. Now this one is done as well. Unlock, and that's going to be basically double what we had on top of each other. But more importantly, milestone completed. That allows us to unlock space platforms. So we've got space platforms, foundation, double foundation. There are bigger ones, which we have to undo. Then there's shape miners, which we have seen, belt tunnel entrances, and so on. And that means what? That means that I can come in here and then go, okay, I want to select normal, because that's what I want to do. Confirm choice. Continue. And that basically brings us to the end of the tutorial. So when we zoom right out now, we can see that we can put down platforms, we can put down shape miners that allows us to mine the shapes of these platforms out here. We've got extensions, which are basically these. And if you feed 3 into the shape miner, allows you to have 4 mining slots. These extensions each allow you to have 4, as long as they pointed to the shape miner. They will add the mining slots onto the shape miner. So that's basically what we've got access to now. And we have a couple of milestones, and you'll notice that they are different colors. Now let's have a look. We have red, we have blue. Good. We have more squares, we have more circles. That's convenient. So basically we're going to use, maybe we'll use what's here. We'll bring in the, I'll let you in on it. These are fluids, which we don't have access to as yet. But we do have these pre-painted red and blue things that we can use to achieve milestone 4. Because milestone 4 needs a whole bunch of stuff that we can actually put together. So that's pretty cool. We have research points. I could do the 90-degree counterclockwise rotator if I wanted to. I might do that. I haven't decided yet. I could add 3rd floor. I don't have a need for it, but it's also 50 points. I can get larger foundations. Some of these are pretty big, but they're also very expensive. Up to now, I have only been building on the platform that we were provided. Now we can expand out and have other platforms. But everything ultimately has to feed into the vortex, because we must feed the vortex. So that's what we'll do in the next episode. We'll do lots of, we'll do new platforms. We will set up shape miners to grab some stuff out here. And not everybody's map is going to look exactly the same. I believe it's procedurally generated, I think. Could be wrong. But this looks different from the one I first had. So we'll be able to put platforms out. We'll be able to mine in different places. We'll be able to send all of our stuff back to the vortex. And carry on doing these pin tasks as far as we go, because there are a lot of them. A lot of them are not unlocked yet, but yeah, there we go, 34. So there's a lot to do there. Milestones. All the way up to milestone 9. That's the final qualification, basically. But we will get to fluids and painting in the next episode. And we'll have a look at what we can do with that. So if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about the game. I think the addition of fluids, I mean, you can see that there are fluids. You can see that there are trains, which allow you to transport faster. There are other machines that we still have to unlock. There's color mixing, so you can have all sorts of different colors. Crystals. So yeah, there's a lot to get into in this game. You can really get lost. It's so much fun. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all my members, my subscribers, and everyone else who watches my videos. Until next time, cheers.